Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is a little bonus reading all about you. Firstly, I'd like to apologize for the delay in getting this reading to you, but unfortunately I had quite a bad allergic reaction. So it took me out, lost my voice, so I have everything now in delay. So I do apologize for the length of time it has taken me to get this reading to you. Of course, the monthlies will be a little bit delayed as well, but I'm kind of back to best now, so hopefully it won't be too long. But let's get straight to your reading. I'm only using one deck because I love the simplicity it lends to this particular reading. Also, I have no control over the cards as they pop out, so this reading, it may not resonate with everyone. Please never try to make it fit, but sometimes if it does not resonate in this moment, it can resonate in the next couple of weeks or months, so also bear that in mind. And let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? What are they meant to see? What are they meant to be aware of at this time regarding their current circumstances? Can you please show them the way? What are they meant to be aware of? And how are they moving through this time? Can you please guide them, show them what they are meant to see? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please guide them? They want one more card, so, and by they, I mean my guides, so I'll give it, we have the 8 of Cups. Okay, so now looking at your overarching energy of all the cards, basically, I feel this difficulty going on in your life right now. You hate hanging around, okay? You hate people wasting your time. You hate always sort of like investing fully in your life, and everything seems to always be out of reach. It's like, when are the things that you've been working hard towards accomplishing ever going to show up? It just feels like an endless cycle of repeat right now. And you have some very difficult cards showing up for you right now. We have the 9 of Swords there. We have the 3 of Swords. So a very cerebral energy. Swords are all about the mind, of course. So you have a lot on your mind. And some of you may also be haunted by something that has been very challenging, maybe hurt you in some way or has broken your heart in some way in the past, and you're resolving that within yourself at this time, because we have the World card, which means this cycle is coming to an end, and it's like an outpouring. So some of you may actually be looking at challenging situations that you had in the past that have led you to feel very sort of like out of balance, out of sync in some way. And I feel now it's like you resolving this and seeing how strong you are because of the circumstances that you've endured in your life, okay? I see that a lot of you are kind of like looking or yearning for your place in the world. So you're taking stock of your life right now. And I will show you each card individually, but I feel like you've been doing a lot of learning in your life about overexerting yourself, overgiving, okay? Because you tend to invest 100% of everything that you have to give in a situation, in a person. And I feel like you're learning to give back to yourself in some way at this time, because the Eight of Pentacles is all about the self. And you also have the Eight of Cups. And anyone who walks away on the Eight of Cups walks straight into the Nine of Cups. Wishes fulfilled, a life of plenty. So I feel like right now you are choosing a certain path for yourself where you are erecting healthier boundaries and basically learning to say no to things that really do not resonate with you. And also I feel there is this energy of repairing something in your life. Now, this could be repairing a relationship, a friendship, could also be repairing yourself at this time. Or, you know, some of you, I feel there's been a lot of challenge here. And I feel some of you, I mean, on a more sort of local scale, you could be looking at your sleeping patterns. If you've had problems sleeping recently, you could be finding ways to repair sleeping patterns or to recoup on sleep that you've missed out on. But I feel it's more than that. For some of you, it could be that you are deciding to walk away from something that has not really invested in you in the same way that you have invested in it. Now, this could be a person, could be a situation, could be an environment, or it could be like even a personal development project that you've been going through and you just feel like it's not been resonating with you. Sometimes we have to be mature enough to recognize when something is not working for us in our world. It doesn't mean it's not going to be successful or be accomplished. It's about finding an alternative path that is easier. Okay, so I feel some of you are looking at the path that is an alternative, or it feels like, how can I put that? It's almost like I'm getting the path that has not regularly been taken. You've decided to take your journey on that path. So you may feel like you walk alone, or you may feel a little bit isolated in your circumstances. And I'm just going to give you an example. This may not be the same example for everybody, but for example, if your parents or guardians or friends, you know, if they did a certain thing in life and you're going to do something totally different, they may not understand the path that you are on. They may not be able to help you. They're there to support you, but they may not understand it. But it's a path that you need to walk alone, or it's a path that you're forging away for yourself. It feels a very independent path. And I feel it's difficult, but you're up to the challenge. And I feel like you will accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. No matter how difficult it is, the World card tells me you will reach your goal, that you're on the right path. But with the Hangman present in your reading, I feel right now you're really taking stock of things. You're in a bit of a pause, in a little bit of a limbo. And some of you, not all of you, and I want to sort of reiterate, I'm getting a very high percentage. It's almost like 47% of my beautiful Aries right now. You're very goal-oriented. You know what you want to accomplish. You may not know how you're going to get there, but you're putting one foot in front of the other. You're strategizing. You've got a plan. But also, there's this energy deep inside where you're feeling a bit lost, or you're feeling a little bit like searching for the missing ingredient or searching for something else. And I feel like right now, you may be deciding to take that pause, be really reflective to get a new perspective on something and learn about what it is you really want deep down, okay? But I mean, looking at the overarching energy of your reading, this is about ending old ways of doing things, you know? For example, if you've been accepting less than you truly deserve in a situation or from a person or relationship, I feel like you are readdressing the balance and saying no. You are actually saying, these are my needs. And I feel like you are showing up for yourself to make sure that your needs are met. But at the same time, you're not allowing anybody to take advantage of the fact that you've either been overgiving or accepting less than you truly deserve and desire. For some of you, this could be in work. For example, this reading's not really meant to be about work or love or anything like that. This is about deep down what you've been going through. But if it is to do with work for some of you, you could be looking at finances and thinking, you know what, you're investing so much in your career and it's been hard, it's been really challenging, but you're looking at the finances and seeing that it does not reflect the amount of effort and hard work that you put into your circumstances, and you may be taking yourself elsewhere at this time. For some of you, you may be actually learning new skills behind the scenes in order to basically step into a new pay grade or even set up on your own at this time. But this reading, as I said, it's not really about career. The Hangman is really to take a pause in order to get new knowledge. And this could be about something that you are searching for. Could be this new piece of information that comes into your life, the missing piece in the puzzle that helps you move forward or get closure on something. But also the Hangman indicates that you tend to sacrifice a lot of yourself in life for the things that you want. And right now I see that you have been challenged and you're exhausted. So the Hangman is sort of encouraging you to take a pause. Now you're a fire element, so you tend to have unlimited resources of energy, of passion, intensity. You tend to live life in the fast lane. That's an Aries energy. You show up, you are the warrior of life, but also you are, the student of life. When you think of Aries energy, we've got the Fool card that resonates with the Aries energy. And that's about, you being that wondrous sort of soul, embracing all that life has to offer, embracing new journeys, opening yourself up to new beginnings, and being really optimistic. But I feel life has been hard and challenging, and it has in some way tried to knock your confidence or push you down. But I see that you're not allowing any challenges to keep you down. I feel like you are being very adaptable at this time, being very flexible, and finding new ways to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. Some of you may have actually had some sort of disappointment recently, or some sort of sadness or heartbreak. I mean, for some of you, this could be that you have separated from somebody, or that you have gone through a level of grief about something, and you are just, taking a pause in stillness to take stock of life and how it impacts your world. Because I feel it's changed your world, whatever this is. Because the World card is present there, I feel. With the Eight of Cups, it's like now you're searching for something else because something has made such an impact in your life right now. You're looking for the most important ingredients that will make you feel happy. For some of you, not all of you, if you have already just gone through a bereavement, I'm sending you a huge hug out there. So much love. I wish I could just reach down the camera and just hug it out, because there are no words sometimes that can really give comfort in moments of grief. But if you have had someone who has transitioned and you've been grieving them, and I feel this person is going to show up heavily in your dreams to let you know that they want you to live a full life, and that there is a new path opening up for you. And I'm just seeing if they can give me a sign or a symbol. Interesting. I'm seeing 3 coins and they're kind of connected. 3 coins. I mean, it's almost like I want to say the triascaline, which is a 3-legged symbol to move forward, of course. But I'm also seeing 3 coins together. And I really want to sort of reiterate, they're not coins as in monetary value. 3 coins, and they're somehow connected. So it feels very much like a triangle, but 3 circles together. So this may be something that's relevant. It's very precise, may not resonate for everyone. For some of you, it could be those 3 circles that are a tattoo, for example, or it could be a logo, or it could be a sign or a symbol that you'll see over the next coming weeks or months. This lets you know that this person is around you, but also I'm getting a little dice, a little dice. So it's almost life is full of risks, and I feel it's about knowing the ones to take that's going to benefit you. A dice could be your destiny. You're thinking right now about the path that you're on. This person who's transitioned, they walk with you and they are helping you reach your goals and fulfill your destiny is what I'm seeing there. So there's so much love, but I feel there's going to be little offerings from this person in spirit to let you know of their presence. And you may actually ask for something very specific for yourself to see, whether it's a ladybug or whether it's a feather, whatever it is, you will be given it. Okay, but you must ask. You must be precise about the message that you want to receive, and you will get it, is what I'm being given. And with a lot of respect, I'm going to move away from this energy and send so much love out to you all. I also want to underline that this is something that you've been experiencing already. So for those beautiful Aries out there who have not gone through a bereavement, I want you to be aware I don't see one here. Okay, so there's nothing to worry about. I feel it's only if you've just experienced it or you have been experiencing it. Okay, and if you experienced it many, many years ago, this could be that, it sort of resurfaces, or the presence of the person resurfaces with you, even though it hasn't really gone away. But I feel it becomes more dominant over the next coming weeks to let you know that you're being guided towards where you need to be. Okay, now with respect, as I said, I'm going to move away from that, but looking at like all of the cards, it's like you're trying to find your path. You're trying to find your place in the world. And you're trying to focus on, of course, your life's purpose. But it's been hard. So I feel some of you, it's almost like when you decide on doing something, something else comes to send you a bit of a curveball in life recently, and you're like, can I catch a break? When is there going to be respite? Well, I definitely see that there is a breakthrough happening here for you. When you've got these two cards together, because this is the protagonist energy, which tends to mean that, you really hate waiting around. It really bothers you if someone wastes your time. But also, I feel you're being asked right now to trust the pause, because I feel like you've been achieving a lot left, right, and center in your life right now, but it may not feel like it. I feel like also you've been going through a lot and you've been making it work. Almost like you've been living your life not just on autopilot, but I feel like you want really now to not just exist, you want to live, okay? So I feel like you're trying to empower yourself, and despite you feeling exhausted, I feel that you're like moving through something and coming out the other side. I also feel with that Hangman and the Nine of Swords that you need good quality rest. So sometimes some of you, just taking a pause and flicking through your phone, it may not be quality rest. So I feel you're learning to sort of unwind, okay, so that you can get that quality rest. Because I feel like, you're almost like running on empty, because you tend to be someone who's very passionate, very intense about your goals and your dreams, and you are very goal oriented is what I see here. But I also feel like sometimes you forget to invest in yourself and to replenish your energy. So if you've been feeling a little bit lethargic, or I feel that's all about to change, and you're kind of like replenishing your cup and revitalizing your spirits, but also moving towards something that is, I want to say, a little bit different. It just feels like almost like a new path is opening up for you, and you may have had a lot on your mind and you're wondering whether it's the right path for you, but the answer is yes. Okay, I feel the answer is yes. Now, of course, the Nine of Swords, it doesn't always have to be about bad sleep or being haunted by the past. It can be a shift of perspective. For some of you, this is about silencing the inner critic, because you tend to have a lot of expectations upon yourself. And I feel you tend to be a little bit critical or hard on yourself as well. So I feel this is about you catching yourself when you are, being extra critical with yourself there. So I feel like you're shifting negative self-talk and, having faith that anything is possible. You tend to be a very positive person normally, but something has been on your mind recently. Now, you have some pentacles there, so it could be money related. Some of you are worried about finances, but I see like financial resources coming into your world to help you with an ever-changing economic situation. I'm going to pull a card on the Nine of Swords, because this can be a card of worry. Something is really worrying you, and you're trying to find a solution to it. So let me just pull a quick card on that for you. It could also be anxiety. Some of you have been trying to manage pressure and anxiety, and it's about breathing and sort of really, you tend to live life in the fast lane, but sometimes going in the slow lane can be of benefit as well. Doesn't mean you're not reaching your goals. It means that you're taking some time out for you to replenish your energy, so that then you can get back into the fray. So let me just pull a card on that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know regarding this Nine of Swords? The Emperor. So this is all about responsibility. Okay. The Emperor, of course, is also an Aries energy. And when you get this card, it can indicate that, the world's become a very serious place and you have a lot on your plate right now. You have a lot on your mind. And some of you may feel overwhelmed with all the things that you are required to do. And it's basically about prioritizing and compartmentalizing your to-do list, shall we say. So whatever it is you need to accomplish at this time, I definitely see you will. The World card tells me that you will make a success of anything that you attach yourself to at this time. But also the Emperor energy is really about structure. So I feel this is about, some sort of repetitive cycle routine. It will work well for you right now because then you'll know where you're at. But also the Emperor energy is a card that indicates that things have got pretty serious and you're just feeling like, where's the fun at? Because you tend to be someone who variety is the spice of life, but if you have a lot on your shoulders right now, a lot of responsibility, you feel like you're protecting your family, your friends, and you're just a little bit worried about the world because, of course, you have the World card there as well, and I cannot ignore the fact that the World card is there. So you may be looking at the challenges in the world and the changes that are occurring and feel really uncertain about the way, and it's put extra responsibility on your shoulders. But the history of this card, there used to be a Fool card in the background to remind the Emperor not to be so serious, that we also need to have fun. We need to have that balance. Too much of one thing will lead to imbalance, even though it may feel good at one time, then suddenly it starts to flip. So if, for example, you're working really hard on a project that you absolutely enjoy, you're obsessively working towards something, it just feels fulfilling, it feels like you're on the right path. But if you keep doing it and you're not exposing yourself to other experiences or things or having moments to let your hair down, then you can actually oversaturate the energy and feel burnt out. So I feel this is about you taking some good quality rest, but also, taking ownership of the things that you connect to that are not good for you. So because the Nine of Swords is there, this could be sleeping patterns. So it could be like, watch what you look at when you're about to fall asleep. If you're on your phone scrolling and you're watching things that have clickbait, like, oh my gosh, the end of the world is nigh, these can play havoc with our dreams, the energy that we pick up before we go to bed, it will actually influence our sleeping energy. And, although you may get 7 or 8 hours sleep if you're lucky, it's about the quality of sleep. So I see a lot of you are running on empty at this moment in time. So it's more about prioritizing what's important for you. But also I feel, you're actually in a more powerful position in your life than you realize right now with this card. So I feel it's about you empowering yourself, overcoming a challenge or overcoming some trauma that you've experienced. For some of you, the Emperor energy, it could be to do with a divine masculine energy, or it could be to do with a father figure, for example. And I feel some of you are getting closure on some difficult conversations, because swords are all about the mind, the inner battle, the inner conversations. So I feel some of you are dealing with getting closure on some situations and walking away from it because it's not been fulfilling, or it has in some way changed you, and now you're on a different path, if that makes sense. Also, the Emperor energy, it is a card of basically, getting organized. So I feel there's this level of productivity, but I feel also there's a realization that you're a human being. You don't always have to be a human doing. Sometimes, society has built this kind of perpetual cycle that we need to be always doing to be successful. And I feel like you're starting to realize that to be at one with nature or be at one with yourself is also to be successful. So I feel, you're taking stock of things. Some of you may need to make a major decision at this time. And I feel it's hard to make this decision. But if you tap into your natural instincts, for a lot of you, it involves walking away from something that hasn't brought you joy or hasn't been fulfilling. But I feel the path that you're about to choose brings a lot more peace and fulfillment, and it is the right path for you. And some of you may feel like you will walk alone on this path, but actually it is going to be very rewarding indeed. Now, we do have the Page of Pentacles. It's in the resistance position, like you got it in the reverse, but it will go into the upright. So for some of you, this is about you looking at something that hasn't been working for you, and sort of something you've been wrestling with, a problem. I mean, for some of you, it could be an inner battle that you've got. Some of you, it may be that you feel like no matter how much you show up for your life, you may feel like no matter what you do, it's never good enough because you have such high expectations on your life. But I see that you're doing a really good job in challenging situations, and you are going to be successful. And for some of you, I mean, with the Page of Pentacles there, it could be financially related. You may be trying to find ways to bring new money into your world, and you will. Okay, I feel for some of you, this entails going solo as well. It could be a personal project, could be a creative endeavor. Whatever it is, I feel like you will rigorously work towards something that starts to bring prosperity, okay? But also I feel, looking at the overarching energy of your reading, this is about how you commit to things in your life. And sometimes, even when things are really hard, you tend to give people or situations the benefit of the doubt. And you're being asked to look at reciprocity in your world right now, but also look at what you need from a situation. Are your needs being met in a situation? And if the answer is no, I see you sort of changing the way that you live your life so that you can get the best out of your world. Now, that's not a selfish act. It's actually a very healthy act, because you cannot basically adhere to other people's needs if you have not adhered to your own. So I feel right now you're looking at what you offer in life and who's got your back, who supports you, for example. But also, I feel like you've been learning a lot. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of being the apprenticeship of life, learning new things that help you on your journey. But also, it's a card of repair. So some of you, you could be repairing your finances at this time. For some of you, it could also be that you're looking at your sense of perfectionism in life or ambitions in life, and how something has made you feel a little bit empty, or it just feels like something you've connected to for quite some time. It feels like it's not what you thought it would be, and it doesn't bring the fulfillment that you thought it would. And now you're not just letting it go. I feel like you may be changing your approach to it so that it is more fulfilling, because I see that you have a quest for fulfillment here at this time. Now, Page of Pentacles, of course, this could indicate some of you are about to take a new path. So you could be moving, relocating, emigrating, because you have the World card there as well. Some of you are just moving on from painful and difficult situations that you found yourself in. You've been learning so much about what you're capable of in life, but also what you've been accepting. And you're not accepting less than you truly deserve at this time or ever going forward, because the World card tells me that cycle has come to an end. And now I feel you're choosing a path of fulfillment. You're choosing the right path for you, because you've been in a period of re-examining where you've been, where you are right now, and where you might go in the future. And I feel right now that you are choosing your authentic path that basically brings you joy. And it may have taken you a long time to really connect to that and feel fulfilled, but you will. And there is a breakthrough here as well. Now, of course, as I said, Page of Pentacles, it can indicate that, you know, you've been committing yourself to something that you felt was not working, but I feel like you've got a plan, you're sticking to that plan, and it's going to bear fruit. I feel it's going to bring a lot of prosperity here for you, but you're a doer. Okay, you tend to be a doer. And again, it's in the resistance position. So it's like, remember, life doesn't always have to be in the fast lane. Sometimes we can take the slower lane. Doesn't mean we're not going to be back in the fast lane again. Life doesn't always have to be full of drama and excitement for you to feel fulfilled. And, you know, I feel you're actually eliminating drama from your life right now in order to live a more simplified lifestyle that just feels like it is super rewarding. I mean, you've got the Eight of Pentacles here as well. So this indicates that some of you may have felt a little bit scattered in your energy recently. And I feel like you're regrouping. It's almost like you're reigniting that lust for life, that passion. And I feel the Eight of Pentacles is like, now you're committing to yourself. You're dedicating to yourself, and you're pouring all that love, care, and devotion that you've always given out to other people. You're putting inwards now and learning a lot about yourself. And I feel like you're being really grateful for what you have. And the more you are grateful for what you have, you're actually attracting more as well. Now, this Eight of Pentacles, it is basically you thinking of your future, investing in the now that will pay off in the future. And this could be financial, it doesn't have to be, but it's about implementing practices in your life. These could be physical practices like yoga, meditation. It could be like taking time for you. Maybe you've decided that you're going to every Wednesday take a couple of hours for you in the evening to do something for you, and that's your alone time. Whatever it is that you're implementing in terms of practices right now, it will benefit you in the future and bring a lot more peace, good fortune, and well-being there as well. Now, also, I feel some of you, like on a more local energy, you may be actually taking a course of learning or doing something that you will learn from. For some of you, it could be a vacation, a retreat. It could be you going on a course of learning, study, a hobby. I feel some of you are going to pay for something that is investing in you. Okay, so it could be like a class of yoga or meditation or Reiki or whatever it is. It feels it's going to very much benefit you. And I feel it enriches your soul, body, mind, and soul for sure. And I feel it leads you to the path of plenty and the path of happiness. So if you're thinking about relocating or you're thinking about taking some sort of monumental retreat, it could change your perspective on life, and it opens you up to letting go of suffering, letting go of challenges, but also overcoming challenges and getting closure on some very traumatic experiences that you've had. For some of you with that Three of Swords there, this could be heartbreak. You may have gone through a separation or a divorce, and things may be finalized, and now you're like free to walk a very independent, fulfilling path. But you may feel it's almost like, I want to say it's like alien to you. You know, it just feels like, if, for example, you've been in a relationship for a long time and you have a pattern of how that person operates, how you operate, and suddenly that pattern is no longer existent in your life, it's like, well, what do I do with my time? This is the time that we would go to the park. This is the time that we would have dinner. This is the time. So I feel this is about you sort of rediscovering new time for yourself and fulfilling your own needs. So although some of you may have gone through a lot of disappointment, sadness, and heartbreak, I feel like it gives way to a much more rewarding future. And on the horizon, there are new relationships or new experiences for you that will be very enriching. And I actually feel like you're on the right path. If some of you have been asking, I feel you are on the right path, but you're going through a major transition at this time that sees you let go of sadness, hardship, or get closure on disappointing situations, or even situations where people disappointed you and let you down. I feel that's coming to an end now, and you're moving forward to a brighter new day. Now, I want to pull a card on that Three of Swords, because this can also indicate that someone said something to you that hurt you and it stayed with you, and you may be like analyzing it at this time. This could be something from childhood, could be something from your teenage years, could be something like recently where someone has said something that was hurtful and you're just trying to get your head around it. You don't tend to allow other people's judgments of you get to you, but there may be something that is deeply embedded. Now, this could be, for example, a parent or guardian, their expectations upon you, or could be a bully that basically tried to knock your confidence because they saw that you were more than them. They were jealous of you and they felt threatened by your power. So they tried to knock you and your confidence down so that they could be feeling like they were above you in some way. They were projecting their energy. I feel like you're resolving those things within yourself right now. So they may actually show up for you, you know, almost like stuff from the past resurfaces during this period, so that you can finally see that actually you have no feelings attached to it, that you've let it go. It doesn't have any control over you. It does not define you, and you're letting it go. I want you to be aware, I only take the uprights in the deck. Okay, so just so you're aware. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune and you've got the Queen of Pentacles there. Now, of course, this can be that some of you are going to receive some sudden financial windfall there. You're going to be multiplying your wealth. So if you have been worrying about money, I do see that there is more money available to you, but you may be sort of taking stock of an untapped talent or something that perhaps you may have felt like you haven't reached your full potential in it, and you may decide to branch out on your own and do something that will be very financially viable there. But also the Wheel of Fortune indicates better luck, ends of negative cycles, and, you know, good fortune on its way. But also the Queen of Pentacles is a card of, you know, comfort, of basically looking at where you feel like you belong, protecting your position, protecting your family, basically sticking to your plans and accomplishing whatever it is you set out to do, and that there are going to be more opportunities for you to be helped in your path as you move forward. New people coming in, new experiences, new circumstances that will help you reach your destiny. So I feel very fortunate events are coming in. I mean, Three of Swords, that's what I'm actually clarifying. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. This can indicate it's really hard to connect to your goals and dreams and feel fulfilled, because it always feels like you're on a treadmill of life. There's always something to do. For some of you, it could also be that you're trying to protect your finances, or you're trying to aspire to a level of comfort in your life, whether it's through retirement, because we've got the World card there, which is like entering into a new cycle of life, or whether it is you're trying to retire early, or whether it is that you're trying to, you know, feel settled and secure in your world. It may feel difficult to get to where you want to go, but I see that the path is being made clear for you to accomplish whatever it is that you have decided to do. And of course, it's going to be different for everybody, but I definitely see that fate will intervene to bring you some better karma, but also to turn things around in your favor, okay? But also I feel with the Queen of Pentacles, this is about conservation, you know, not really giving out your energy to people or situations that don't deserve it, whether that's in friendships, relationships, work environments, community environments, neighborhoods. I feel this is about you looking at the fact that you are a gift. Okay, and you're not going to just extend your energy pointlessly out all the time. I feel like you're going to be a little bit more discerning about the company that you keep. Let's put it that way. But these are very auspicious cards. So I see that Three of Swords being kind of an indication that you're about to turn a page in your life. And it may not feel like it right now. Things have been hard. Things have been challenging. But things are about to get infinitely better for you. And you are going to see that you are secure and safe in your circumstances. And you are protected in all of your endeavors. Okay? Now, also we have the World card. For some of you, this is about you finding your place in the world. Okay, you may be relocating, emigrating, but also I cannot ignore that the World card is there, and it can indicate that you're worried about the trajectory that the world is taking right now. And this is showing up in everybody's reading. Every sign, there's been this undercurrent of fear, anxiety, or worry in the background, ticking away, almost like keeping an eye on things, but not really keeping an eye on things because it's so you know, worrying of which way the world is headed. And it just feels like the world is a very turbulent place right now, full of conflict that has the potential to draw everybody into the conflict. So I feel some of you are just trying to really enjoy your life and focus on your own projects at this time, whilst be aware of the changes and not allow fear to stop you living your life and getting the best out of life. Remember, fear is a low vibrational energy that keeps us stuck. And I feel you're trying to rise above that at this time and walk your own path to fulfillment. And I feel like you're not allowing fear to govern your decisions at this time. I feel like you're just embracing all that life has to offer. Now, of course, the World card indicates that you are coming to an end of a difficult cycle, and that there's a relief, almost like a breath of fresh air in your life ahead. But also the World card is a card that indicates you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunities. And it means you're very goal oriented. You will reach your goal. You will be successful. You will be abundant. But also this is an indication that you're completing what you set out to do. It's almost like you're taking stock of the path that you want to take. You know it's going to be difficult, but you're fully aware that you're going to invest all of yourself into that path, and you're going to be on that path. You're going to make it work. You're going to be successful or accomplished. For some of you, this could be a personal development path. It doesn't have to be always connected to love or career. This is about you choosing a path that is right for you. No matter whether people understand your decisions and your choices or not, you are being your wonderful, authentic self. So I feel a lot of you right now, you're on a journey of self-discovery. And I feel that you are basically walking your talk in life. I feel that, you've come as far as you can in some area of your life. And it's not that you're choosing a different direction. I feel a portal of change is opening up for you to embrace something that is going to be more fulfilling and rewarding. And I basically feel that you're choosing the path that is right for you right now, rather than the one that seems likely to either draw you into it or that other people expect you to take. Also, the Eight of Cups. It's a very important card because I feel some of you are having to make a decision in your life right now about something, and you're choosing the path that resonates with your heart. So let me just pull a quick card on that. As I mentioned at the beginning, anyone who takes the Eight of Cups card, they walk straight into the Nine of Cups. You're walking away from something that isn't working, that isn't for you, that's been painful, or you've been struggling with, or it's been causing you suffering. Now, this could be your own expectations. It could also be negative self-talk, silencing the inner critic. Whatever it is, I feel like you're choosing a path of happiness and joy, and you're not allowing fear or hardship to derail you in any shape or form. Eight of Pentacles. You're working on yourself. You've got a lot of eights in your reading. Eights are the number of the self. So repair work, healing, focused on your goals. Basically, I also feel that, especially for my beautiful Aries, it's really important that when you get into a cycle of repeat, structure can work really well. But if you have too much structure, it can make you feel stuck in a rut. It can make you feel that you need to break out of a cycle. And I feel with the Eight of Cups, you're breaking out of a cycle, but also you're retaining some level of structure. So I feel you're getting the best of both worlds, whatever this is for you. But I feel this is about repair work. This is about you building a happy home. Some of you, it could be you're working towards purchasing a home or working towards moving to somewhere that feels like home. The Justice, good karma, being really honest with yourself, finding the balance, having the best of both worlds, because as I said, too much of one thing, even though it may feel good at the time, too much of it will end up feeling bad. So for example, if you're like me, you love a chocolate biscuit, I will happily sit down there and polish off a whole packet of biscuits. Do I feel good after it? Absolutely not. But at the first biscuit, oh, it's amazing. Second one, amazing. Third, fourth, obviously I'm not going to finish the whole packet, but my point being is, that we can get to a tipping point in life where enough is enough. And I feel you've hit the tipping point in your life right now, in some area of your life where you feel enough is enough, and you are in charge of the change. And you may be a little bit anxious about the moves that you're about to make, but with the World card and the Eight of Cups, it is going to be the right move. It's going to feel really fulfilling, and you're going to create balance and harmony in your life. And it's a win-win situation. Whenever you get the Justice card, it means that cause and effect, whatever you are implementing right now for your life, it will benefit your future. And I feel that things are going to come together. And if you've been looking for this missing ingredient in life, whether it is that you feel that you're on a bit of a search, because I feel this soul searching energy happening in your reading, I feel like you will discover that missing piece, and you are having a clear path right now. I want you to see this card, like the path is golden and it leads to the sun. So that means fulfillment, happiness, joy, wishes being fulfilled, that happy ever after. But everybody's idea of happy ever after, of course, is different. So whatever yours is, I feel like you will accomplish it. It's going to be hard work. You know that. and you can see that, but at the same time, you're not afraid of that. And I feel like you are going to get to the position that you've been yearning to get to, okay? I'm just going to get some final cards for you. We've got the Fool card. I'm not surprised to see that. Fresh new start, but also embracing happiness, joy, the playfulness in life. And you've also got the Sun, okay? So it's like, take a leap of faith. It leads to happiness. You're going through an awakening. Remember that open-heartedness about yourself, that playful side of yourself, especially when life gets too serious. Embrace things that you enjoy doing, because that's when you get the balance. It says here, in order to succeed, you must find new ways to bring about the achievement of your goals. And I think I mentioned this right at the beginning of your reading. It's like you're still going to reach your goal, but you may be finding a new way to accomplish it that feels more fun. It feels like you're breathing this breath of fresh air into your life in some way, and it just feels exciting. So I feel it starts with a fresh new step. A new pathway is being opened for you, and there's adventure to be had there. It's almost like you are letting go, allowing the process to happen, trusting the process, and just seeing where life takes you and not trying to control it so much. And also we've got the Sun card there as well. And it says here, you are approaching a moment that has the potential to change your life. Take full advantage of this time and you will achieve a future of endless possibility. So the decisions you're making right now, they will benefit your future. And I feel like you're making the right instinctive decisions for yourself. And change is afoot. Change can be difficult. The one constant that we have in the world, in fact, the only constant that we have in the world, because everything changes, is change. So I feel like you're being flexible and you're opening yourself up to new ways of doing things. And I just get a sense that you're seeing it as an adventure, where most people would actually fear the changes. I see that you are embracing the adventure of it all. And I feel a part of you is also rediscovering a part of yourself that you feel has been missing for some time due to such responsibility and heaviness of the world. So I see you reconnecting to a part of yourself that is very joyful, playful, and open for this next step on your adventure of life. Okay, so I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. Interesting. Oh, I'm not surprised to see this. We've got two dolphins here. Dolphins represent having fun, you know, finding your soul tribe. So if some of you have been walking a very lonely path, as you spiritually evolve, as you have the awakening card there of the Sun, you'll notice that your friendships change, they evolve. Your friendship circle may start to diminish a little bit. That means that you're on the path to meeting new people who vibe with the new you. The frequency is changing. So if you have been feeling a little bit exhausted and lonely in the changes that have been occurring, I feel like you're about to meet new people who resonate with you and vibe with you. And I feel, you know, there is an affinity there with each other. So embracing more fun, but also the dolphin is highly intelligent and has that sonar, tapping into the intuition. So I feel right now you're developing intuition. And of course, intuition comes in all walks of life. So sometimes you can have a sudden intuition about something, a sudden gut instinct, and you take charge of a situation, take action. But looking at your cards, they're very much like a pause energy. Sometimes in stillness, the answer comes as well, and we can tap into our instincts in a different way. So I feel like it's almost like there's a bit of a gear change going on in your life right now, and instinctively you will know the decisions that you need to make next. And I want you to be aware, I've just literally put those dolphins on this card. As you can see, we've got that wonderful fish there, and I feel this is again about taking a leap, being in the flow. Fishes, they tend to represent abundance, joy, happiness. So I feel like you are going to discover a path that is going to be more beneficial for you. Now also we have the Wheel rune. This is connected to the Wheel of Fortune, and this is all about your journey. You know, you're going to get lots of messages about the next steps on your path. Embrace those. You will know the right action when it appears for you. Intuitively, you will take the next step. And if you've had an upset in your plans or a delay or an unexpected plot twist in your life, know that it happened for a reason. It can feel uncomfortable, but it's to set you on a path that feels easier without challenge. And also, we have the strength rune. This is the ox, okay? And this is about basically future influences helping you reach the top of your mountain. This is about you being capable of overcoming these challenges. I mean, for some of you, this is the health rune, okay? So this is about you basically taking a moment to convalesce, to recharge your batteries, to get over something that has been challenging, and to sort of like be released from something that has been hurting you or that has been difficult, because you're a very strong person. I mean, in career, this rune is about getting a promotion or starting something up, a new endeavor that is going to be more financially rewarding. In love, this could also be that, you know, you are being strong for a person or a child, and even though your heart may be breaking for a situation, or, you know, you have found it really difficult, I feel like authentically you've been a pillar of strength for somebody else at this time, and things will work out in a positive way, and they are lucky, and they will express how lucky they are and how they appreciate your presence in their life as well, okay? So I'll leave that there. Very complex reading, may not resonate with everyone, but I have to give you everything that comes in at this moment. So I hope something does resonate in some shape or form. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. It lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aries, and love and light.